YouTube, what it do, man? It's your boy Benji, and we're back in between the ropes. If you're new, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and slide that like button. That chop, man. Oh man, I do miss y'all, bro. I've been trying to get back into it, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I've been down bad. My boy been sick, but I'm starting to feel a little bit better. So I appreciate y'all for jumping into the live with me. We was able to live stream a good portion of this episode, man. I put a bunch of it on Patreon, so if you're over there, appreciate y'all for rocking with me as well. More and more content is coming. I decided I do want to do something, and I talked to the chat about it. I want to start watching past Raw and SmackDown episodes, so it's obviously going to go over there because they're going to strike me down if I put it over here. But, for the majority of this year, everything's been on a downward trajectory, bro. Like, seriously. I was thinking about it when I was watching this episode. I remember at the beginning of this year, I was like rushing home, bro, trying to catch the pay-per-view events on Peacock. I was like, oh shoot, let me turn on Raw. Let me make sure I catch that. Dude. And now I really just don't even care. I do it for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, though. Like many of y'all know, man, I just want to make sure I was healthy, bro, for Blood and Guts, because I'm going to be over there this week. AEW, you got me. It should be a good show. I'm going to vlog it. But let's talk what happened on WWE Monday Night Raw. The show opens with Triple H, of all people. I'm starting to believe the stuff that y'all have been saying about this dude. It's obvious and apparent that he just loves the praise. He comes out there on the mic and basks in the glory that he's receiving from the crowd. The people are chanting, Triple H, Triple H. And he lets them know, man, I just love it when you guys do that. Look, Triple H is goated for what he's done over the length of his career. And even for what he's been able to ascend to at this moment in time. But brother, it's okay. I used to talk about athletes in general, but bro, wrestlers have like the worst case of like nostalgia within themselves, bro. They cannot let go of the good old days. That's why you see these wrestlers that are like 60 years old, bro, continuing to jump back into the ring because they want to feel the people cheering for them. They want to feel the exhilaration that they're getting from performing these moves or walking out during the entrance. They cannot let it go. And I'm sure that it's a huge high to be regarded like a rock star. But at some point, you've got to let it go. And Triple H, of all people, bro, pass the torch. Let the rest of these people on the roster get a moment, bro. It's like the dude at the YMCA that's like, man, when I was your age, I used to be dunking and doing it. And I get it. Like, you're going to have those feelings. But he's like, look, I'm cool with the life being the way that it is and the way it turned out. Triple H, you had a lengthy career in the ring. You've had a lengthy career backstage. Like, oh my gosh. That dude did, strangely enough, start taking shots at the fans, though. Like, he loves doing that. Anyways, he eventually introduced John Cena, who came out, and you could really feel it. There was something in the atmosphere. The people in the crowd were losing their mind. I mean, obviously, they were in Boston, Massachusetts. The birthplace of John Cena, the place he grew up. These are his people. And I'm sure these people did not avoid any expenses. And John Cena did his typical John Cena stuff and eventually got on the microphone in order to address the WWE Universe and thank them for all the years that they rocked out with this dude. You can start to see him maybe get a little teary-eyed. Maybe he got a little emotional. John Cena was thanking Triple H for everything. He was coming to grips with the fact that he's only going to be at 3 more dates. And then Dominic Mysterio's music hits 16 minutes into the show, and he interrupts this moment. I'm actually not mad at the reason that Dominic Mysterio came out here, but it is a little bit strange that Triple H was still here. And in some sense, it's almost like he positions himself as God in this moment. Ben, what are you talking about? Let me tell you. Dominic likens himself to John Cena. John Cena's getting celebrations. He's getting the people rocking with him. And at the end of the day, he gets this big moment to celebrate the lengthy career that he's had. But Dominic Mysterio has not been awarded a similar opportunity, and he's a double champion. he should at least get some type of parade, right? He's a current member of the roster. He's a guy that's showing in. He's a guy that's showing up night in and night out. Why is he not getting the same type of love? Doesn't make any sense. And why I say Triple H has positioned himself so specifically here in this scene. Because Dominic says, instead of me talking to Adam Pearce, I went straight to Triple H. And let's think about it. Triple H is what is this position actually? He's like the chief creative officer, right? Essentially, he is the one who oversees everything that goes on these shows. Segments, booking, talent, etc. Essentially, he is the one holding the puppet strings. Who shows up on the show, who gets TV time, who does not. So he went to God in this instance. Anyways, Dom lets Cena know that he should get back and let grown folks handle business. And that he's going to be the one that interrupts old men, not the other way around. So Cena better not talk. Dom also tells Cena that he's way better than he ever was. In any era, he would have whooped him. Triple H is still in the ring. And after John Cena lets Dom know that this is the wrong city to do that because he's invincible in Boston, Triple H tells Dom to put his title on the line. And this is why Triple H was still in the ring. Again, to assert his power in this moment. To have you understand how important he is in this moment. And at the very least, he's immortalized in this moment. Obviously, Dominic Mysterio did not sign up for an opportunity to fight against John Cena. Nor did he want to put his title on the line here. And at the end of the day, they make him put his money where his mouth is. He wants to fight? Let's fight. So Dom's going to try every underhanded way to win that he can. But he gets thwarted time after time and time again. Shout out to John Cena, man, but this match was so corny, bro. I mean, he even tried to do this crazy thing where he was like trying to wink when it was obvious that he was faking on the ground, acting like he got hit by a chair. And look at this shit. This doesn't even look like a wink. Inadvertently, Dominic kicks the referee out of the ring after John Cena put him on his shoulders. Eventually, Dom taps out, but there's no referee in sight. So, did it really happen? It's like the tree falling in the forest kind of thing. I talked about the presence of a lot of these wrestlers, and it's so funny that Dom just looks so obviously as if he does not belong. But I'm sure that's by design. That's why we get behind Dom as a sleazy, greasy, Weasley guy. He looks like the sleazy dad or the stepdad at the trailer park that just sits around and on the couch drinking beer without a job. Not a pro wrestler. Dom is able to land a 619 and even a frog splash, but Cena just literally absorbs this guy. Impact from the frog splash, rolls up Super Cena style, puts him on his shoulders, AA, and that's all she wrote. John Cena is your newest Intercontinental Champion. Dude, we were in the chat rolling about this, bro. While this is a great moment for Cena, and you could tell he was so excited because he's now officially a Grand Slam champion, we were all very confused because we got to see him interact with people right after winning the championship backstage, which is the first time I think we've seen this all year long. The only moments we saw John Cena interact with anyone backstage was when he was able to talk to R-Truth, and these guys acted like they were mimes. I don't understand how you have somebody like John Cena on your show. And in kayfabe, you have a bunch of wrestlers backstage fighting for TV time. Wouldn't they think that the best opportunity for them to get TV time, the best opportunity for them to make an impact would have been, let's challenge John Cena. Let me find a way to ruffle John Cena's feathers backstage. Let me find a way to argue with Adam Pearce or somebody backstage about getting an opportunity to fight against John Cena, specifically when he was the WWE champion. This was, I would very least say, the first time I could say that it felt like John Cena's retiring. Because the people were praising him. You could feel the atmosphere. You could feel the love. You could feel John Cena's emotion pouring out from this moment. Unfortunately, it's November. Again, I salute Triple H for allowing this moment between Cena and Dom, but this is something that people have been asking for all year long. Why are we just now going to get it in November? Why are we just now seeing John Cena interact with people backstage in November when he's got 3 days left? And let's think about it for a second. 50 minutes into the show, this John Cena segment went on. Nearly an hour. What stories have progressed? If you had to ask me, it's pretty cool that Cena won. I think that he, out of anyone, is deserving of this. He's now the most winningest champion. He's a Grand Slam champ. He went out with a bang. But his last appearance on Raw is next week. He now holds the championship belt. And I'm not quite sure as to what he's going to be doing next. So is this John Cena tournament supposed to culminate with somebody winning the Intercontinental Championship? Or is John Cena going to take that thing home? What's going on? Rusev and Damian Priest were the first fight of the John Cena tournament. And, I mean, 2 40-year-olds fighting. A lot of slapping and kicking. Remember that Aleister Black threw fire at Damian Priest's face. So, Damian Priest's eyes are, I guess, his weak spot. Rusev pokes him in the eyes, hits a masha kick, and he wins. We later saw Sheamus versus Shinsuke Nakamura. 2 50-year-olds. A lot of slapping and kicking. Sheamus wins. What I'm alluding to is, what would be the reason for any of us even caring about this? Like, yeah, it's nice that someone could potentially be the person to fight John Cena on his way out. But these people are just having matches, and then eventually the person who wins the match is going to want to fight John Cena. There's no story here. These guys are not having matches, and they're not what what they could be doing, intertwining in some sense. Like the people that are fighting in these matches could then say, okay, you got next round, or at the very least, the person that loses can say, this is unfair, da-da-da-da, I want to fight against John Cena, I want my TV time. This could be something to flesh out some characters, flesh out some story, at the very least, build some type of intrigue into the fact that these guys are going to be fighting on Raw and SmackDown over the next few weeks. Nothing. Again, this is one of the first times that we got to see John Cena interact with anybody backstage, and literally, Sheamus and Damian Priest, who were competitors, later that night, were back there just smiling and shaking John Cena's hands backstage. Not like, hey, John Cena, hey, be ready, bro. None of that. So, why should any of us care? CM Punk came to the ring, and I honestly forgot that he was a champion until I saw the belt around his waist, and he wants to fight Logan Paul. So, for the first hour, we saw John Cena. I think that was a good moment. Good nostalgic moment brought to fruition, bro. Culminating with a championship belt. We then get reintroduced to the reality of what Raw is on a week-to-week basis. Logan Paul gets on the mic and starts talking about getting cracked. And how Punk's getting cracked, and he's getting cracked, and he's cracking it. What in the heck is he talking about? Logan piddly tripping. Eventually he says he's got a new vision, and he's talking about the people that are around him. Here with Paul Heyman, doesn't make any sense as to why he's aligned himself with these people. I can understand why he would align himself with Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman has pull. He could be the next Paul Heyman guy. Braun Breaker, step aside. A real star is in the building. Brother, take that tribal thief shirt off. Like, Roman got his shoes back a long time ago, and I don't even understand why he's still hanging on to this one moment. The Vision guys surround the ring, and we see Jey Uso show up in order to help his boy, CM Punk, who wasn't his boy like a week ago. And then if you thought things could get any stupider, Cody Rhodes shows up. Cody Rhodes, you are on SmackDown. You're holding a championship belt that belongs on SmackDown. Why? Dude, again, the climax of this dude's career was defeating Roman Reigns. He was built up to be this guy who was willing to take down the giants. He was willing to walk into any battle, beaten and bruised, in order to do all he could to win. And eventually he was able to complete the story. After the story was completed, there's nothing else to talk about with Cody Rhodes. He has zero character outside of that. Dude, again, there was a point in time in which earlier this year, specifically the top of the year, I was rushing home to try and check what was going on the PLEs and what was going to be on Monday when they debuted on Netflix. I said, man, this is going to be pretty good. I do not have the same emotion anymore. Like, what's going on, bro? He was beefing with CM Punk. CM Punk wanted his title earlier this year. And just a few months ago, he was willing to fight John Cena, who was at the point in time holding that championship belt. Now, I guess CM Punk is content with having the World Heavyweight Championship. Whatever. I don't know why Cody Rhodes act like these guys are cool. But apparently he said, forget showing up to WWE Friday Night SmackDown. I'm going to show up to Monday Night Raw. So I can help my good old pal CM Punk. After they fight, William Regal lets us know that this is going to be a War Games match. I do not think that War Games matches should just be held. You shouldn't just do it as an annual tradition. It should be the culmination of a year's worth or month's worth of blood feuding. Last year, CM Punk went through all that with Drew McIntyre, solely to end up in War Games. Why? For a favor. What are they fighting for now? Maxxine Dupree was backstage and decided to finally let Adam Pearce know she's willing to take on the champ. Because, as much as she trains, there's never really going to be a day that she's truly ready. Because readiness is a state of mind. The confidence that she's going to need to carry the championship, she's finally found it. So Adam Pearce lets her know they're going to be fighting next week. Maxxine also has terrible peripheral vision as she's blindsided by Becky Lynch. We then got to see Stephanie Vaquer versus Racquel. And honestly, this is one of the better matches of the night. It was the best match. I'm tripping. In the chat and the live stream, but we already knew what time it was. Nikki Bella was ringside cheering on her newly found friend, Stephanie Vaquer. I mean, we knew what was going to happen. Stephanie won off the spinal tap thing that she does on the top rope. It didn't land the cleanest, but it is what it is. Win or lose, it's an instinct. You need to brace yourself because the women of the Judgment Day will come and fight you after the match. Like, it's literally just like dogs. Like, immediately, that's just what they're trained to do. As soon as the ring goes off, they're going to fight you. Nikki Bella helps her friend, and the moment that Stephanie Vaquer takes her eye off the ball, she is hit with the title, and it looks pretty goofy. Nikki Bella then stands over Stephanie Vaquer, feeling like she's the GOAT or something like that. She then rips off her shirt in order to punctuate her turn over to the dark side, and she's got a black shirt under it. I mean, honestly, I think that this is the way to go. It is something that could potentially have you more interested in Nikki Bella as a character versus what the heck she's been doing on a week-to-week basis. I don't know why she was standing over Stephanie Vaquer and holding the championship belt as if she has not lost multiple times to the women on the roster. Like, look at this. She's lost 3 straight singles matches, and she's holding the championship belt up. Like, what are you doing? But it's a trope that we've been seeing. I mean, Jade literally lost a couple times, and she realized she had to tap into that deeper, darker side in order to really get her way. Same thing with Naomi, etc., etc. Cool. In the chat, we were baffled, but the main event of the show was Charlotte and Alexa versus the Kabuki Warriors. There was a moment in the match where we looked like Charlotte and Alexa were going to win it all. We had a Sister Abigail and then a figure 4 lock. But Nia Jax and Lash Legend hopped over the barricade to intervene. I always think it's funny that the referees will see people who did not obviously walk out during the entrances ringside, and somebody will be down and they act like, whatever. Obviously, these 2 big women did not just show up alongside any of the competitors in this match. So when you see Charlotte Flair down, which was obviously in an advantageous situation before you turn your back, you would think that something would not add up here. But nobody knows what's going on because why are they even showing up and doing this? Why are they going from show to show doing this? Being antagonist. Well, this window of opportunity is all the Kabuki Warriors need, and they are able to win the tag team championships. Good for them. Lash Legend and Nia start fighting. And again, guys, I understand that they were just beefing like a couple weeks ago. Remember, You have to watch each one of these episodes and forget about anything that happened in the past. Then the Kabuki Warriors end up jumping the women in the ring as well. Io Sky runs out. Did you remember that she was on Raw? I almost forgot myself. She almost takes out everybody herself. Lash Legend, no small woman. She played rough, man. She was punching the heck out of these women, bro. Shout out to Lash Legend. Then we got Rhea Ripley returning. Dude, this is like deja vu. We literally saw her return in a similar fashion, in a mask, last year to announce War Games. So what did she do this year? Exact same thing. Dude, she's got to have the craziest contract ever. I'm sure it got to be one of the highest paid women on the roster. And she shows up for maybe once or twice a week. Once or twice a month, maybe, for like 30 seconds. She gets to do something cool, and then she can go about her business. But yeah, that was the show. Y'all are funny as heck, bro. Has there ever been a bigger egomaniac in the history of the business than Triple H? I think what's crazy is, bro, if you wanted to just be that, just do what Vince McMahon did, bro. Like, the fact that he had a character that was intertwined with being evil, and the fact that he was able to manipulate himself being into the TV shows by being the quote-unquote baddest of the baddest guys. He controlled everything, so he was able to be the guy that came out and said, I want to be done this way. And that's how he was able to interject himself in stories. Everybody's naming Vince Russo, though. He's kicked off the PLEs, narrates the packages, takes photos with every talent, inducted himself into the Hall of Fame, and had Bret Hart and Stone Cold on the side of the stage while he was center stage. He did call John Cena the greatest of all time. Y'all are crazy. Whatever happened with the Brock Lesnar thing? How do you book Cena to get squashed by 48-year-old Brock Lesnar and then have him take the belt off of a 28-year-old rising star? Leave it to people on Twitter to complain about every freaking thing. Dom was IC champ for 200 days. Is not going to hurt him or his momentum. Could possibly. Cena winning the title in his home state for the last time was special. Sure. But the problem is y'all forget who you are championing. The guy who showed up on the stage alongside Triple H books the shows, and he hasn't done anything of substance with any of the belts. So why do you believe that this moment, even though it's a good moment, is going to do anything to help anybody? Everyone holding a title now is old as heck. Speaking of old, LA Knight was feuding with Division for the past 6 months, and not being an obvious part of War Games was certainly a choice. Supposedly, he actually made an appearance on the episode. If you watch in the United States, you weren't able to catch it. But apparently, the moment that he was on the episode was cut. Like, literally, while he's talking in the middle of his promo, commercial. Like, a commercial into a commercial. So, mind you, if you're in the United States, you already didn't see this because it's happened during commercials. But supposedly, while he was talking, if you were able to actually watch this segment, they cut the mic and everything. Like, it just fades away. So, crazy work. They ain't giving me no ages here, but CM Punk, old. State of Vaquer, young, so W for her. John Cena, old, he just won the championship. Becky Lynch, old, has won the championship. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are oldies. Kabuki Warriors, they grown. Wyatt Six, grown. Ilya, young guy. Jade, relatively new to the company. Cody Rhodes and Chelsea Green. I will salute them, though, because I've been asking for a shakeup. But we'll grade this episode, man. We typically like to grade everything. Yay, nay, somewhere in the middle is okay. I have to let you guys know. At the very least, this is an okay episode. For what it meant to the world of wrestling with John Cena's last appearance in Boston, I'll say this is an okay episode. But literally, I don't understand why they couldn't have just flipped everything. Had everything that started post John Cena winning the championship, open the show. Because the crowd was tired out following John Cena. That was the climax of the show. That was obviously the biggest portion of the show. They didn't care about the rest of the show. You could have had everything happen and even included a couple of segments of people arguing about, ooh, I'm going to fight John Cena. So then the moment when John Cena comes out, it's obviously been something that the people have been waiting for. Like, y'all get behind these people, bro, and they don't even know how to put together a show structurally in a way that makes any sense. It's like you fired all your bullets in the beginning of the game. It's like you went the hardest in the beginning of the game. You ran the fastest in the beginning of the race. So in the second portion of the race, of the match, of the game, you have no energy left. The crowd is out of energy. They're not screaming, they're not jumping, they're not doing anything anymore. And the people in the show aren't providing them anything to scream and jump and get loose for. It's just terrible. Can't even like book a show. But yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do when John Cena retires. Like this dude has carried this entire year and is probably the only reason the majority of people are even tuning in to see how this thing is gonna go. I salute them because this is one of the first episodes that actually felt like a tribute to John Cena. But I don't think that things look promising moving forward. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. On to the next one.